Here's what we know about the Pedro fire. It broke out today. It's burning south of the Don Pedro Reservoir after it started about 12:45 this afternoon. CAL FIRE says that it has burned 900 acres at its last update. That was about an hour ago. Fire crews say that dry grass in the area, brush, and trees are all fueling the spread of this fire. It's also burning up some ridge lines. There's a threat to some structures and power lines. Crews have seen spotting from this fire, and we've been watching this view from Live Copter 3 as we get another shot here over the fire. Clearly you can see the reservoir there. Those are houseboats that are docked there on the lake, and as we zoom in, you can see a pretty good example of how this fire is burned, just kind of running up ridges and then burning the tops. We've seen some areas where there are some homes near where the fire is burning.
And we've certainly seen this fire spread very quickly. Our meteorologist Heather Waldman joins us now, and she's been tracking the conditions that crews are facing out there.
Well, fortunately, as far as the weather goes, it's about as tame as it can be at this time of year. The air temperature is relatively comfortable in the mid-80s, and the wind's relatively light. We've just got that daily up canyon flow that's now going to start to shift around. So it's really the amount of smoke that's lingering and just the kind of terrain that are the most challenging factors for this fire. This is what it looks like from Greeley Hill, looking to the south and west towards where the fire is burning. I took this screenshot just a few minutes ago. Another view of the smoke here, this one from our high-resolution satellite. The fire burning not too far from the community of Mariposa, and you can see how that smoke, as it lifts into the air, it's getting pushed into the valley by that little bit of a downsloping wind that's starting to develop. So we're going to keep an eye on the air quality getting into Merced and Stanislaus County, even southern San Joaquin County through this evening. Fire started in a canyon right along the lake here, and that's part of what allowed the fire to take off as quickly as it did. It burned along both sides of that canyon. Winds right now light coming from the northwest, pushing the fire to the south and east, but also concerns for this fire to continue to just grow with the terrain. That's where we have those evacuation orders. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Heather. Well, here's a map. It shows the current evacuations for the Pedro fire. Evacuation orders have been issued now for areas between where this fire is burning and Granite Springs. Several roads in Tuolumne County are also under an order. Everything in red there is mandatory evacuations. In yellow, that's the evacuation warnings. Remember, if you do not feel safe, do not wait to evacuate. Go ahead and do that. And we know this, an evacuation center is open and ready to take people at Coulterville VFW Hall. That's obviously in Coulterville. There's also a place to take small animals. That's the Tuolumne County Animal Services Shelter. That's located in Jamestown. You can also call the Tuolumne County Sheriff non-emergency dispatch line if you need help in evacuating.
And about 700 customers are without power as this fire is burning. PG&E is showing outages in both Tuolumne and Mariposa counties. The utility's website indicates they hope to restore power by late tonight. We want to check back in with Live Copter 3 because, of course, this is always our best vantage point to show you exactly what's going on. Gulston, as you were pointing out, this is a fairly remote area, but we have so much fuel here that is hot and dry.
Yeah, and as we zoom out, you can see the line of the fire here. And if I can also ask Live Copter 3, now that we've kind of gotten the big picture, if we can zoom back into the very top of that fire, we saw some flames just jumping over that hillside, and you can see where there's a lot of black smoke coming up, which I don't want to suggest that it's anything other than just brush burning there, but sometimes when we see buildings and other types of material burning there, that you do get a different kind of color smoke. But it's really, you can see the fire is just coming right over the ridge there, really burning hot in that one section of the fire.
Yeah, absolutely. So an indication of very dense fuel of some type. And yeah, just you can see those flames are just tearing through that vegetation. And, you know, to your point, talking about people under evacuation warnings, sometimes with these kinds of conditions, the fire can change so quickly that if it is a situation where you're seeing it moving maybe quicker than it had been, approaching your neighborhood, that would be a time to get out and not to wait.
Yeah, and I was just talking with the producer who, she brought up a great point, that there in this area you've got the manzanita, and sometimes the content of that type of plant can have oil, and that's what also can just make this thing roll. And also, Heather, let's talk a little bit about the way fire behaves when it just runs up the hillside like that. It goes fast.
Sure, and we're not seeing it to too much of an extreme here, but the idea is we call them ladder fuels. So you get your grasses, you get your brush, Fire starts at a lower point on the ridge, burns. As it burns the lower vegetation, the heat from that lower area moves up the hill, dries out the fuels that are up the hill, and those fuels are already even more dried out as the fire gets to those, so they catch faster and the fire just kind of accelerates up that hill. So you can see now kind of right along the crest of this particular hill here. If it does try to come down the hill towards the water, it would move at a much slower rate.
Okay, yeah, thanks, Heather. And also we can see the water there, the reservoir, an ideal source of water for the helicopters that are doing what they can.
Yeah, scooping that up with
Yeah.
their hoses or buckets, depending on the equipment that they have. So again, we are keeping an eye on this one, and also the Park Fire.